I'm Anil Kumar, and in this video, we'll try to understand how to simplify fractions. So let me take a few examples. Let us say if I have 6 over 8, how are we going to simplify it? So let me take simpler ones like this. Let's say 10 over, let's say number 14, and we could take 18 over 24, okay? So let's say these are fractions which we need to simplify. When we say simplify fractions, that means we should write them in lowest terms. That is what we mean, right? So we need to write them in lowest terms, which we can do by repeatedly dividing them by common factors. So how do we do that? Divide by common factors. By common factors. Okay, so that is the strategy. 6 and 8 both are even numbers, so you could divide both by 2. So you could divide both by 2. Once you do that, what do you get? 6 divided by 2 is 3 and 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now we get 3 over 4, which is equivalent to 6 over 8, but 3 over 4 cannot be reduced further since they do not have any common factor, correct? So that is the strategy. You can apply this strategy to the other two and find your answer. Here is a quick look at it. So we can divide these two by 2, both are even. Another way to divide is, need not write divide by 2, we can do mentally, right? 10 divided by 2 is 5 and 14 divided by 2 is 7. So we could write this as 5 over 7, correct? So this is kind of a faster way of doing it. And normally, once you understand this process, that is how you should be doing it. So let's do this one now. 18 divided by 24. I know both are multiples of 6. I could divide them both by 6. But let me try dividing by 2 first. So if I divide by 2, 2 times 9 and 2 times 12. Now you see it could be further divided by 3. So we could at times do it in 2 steps. 3 times 3 is 9 and 3 times 4 is 12. And that gives us the answer as equals to 3 over 4. Right? So what we notice is these two are equivalent fractions. They get reduced to the same thing, right? So that is how you could actually simplify the fractions, right? I hope you find it interesting. Now sometimes we could have fractions as multiplication. For example, we could have 15 over, let us say 16 times 24 over 20, right? We could have a fraction like this also. How to write this kind of a fraction in lowest terms? Well, both these numbers are in the numerator, both these numbers are in the denominator. Let's look for common factors. Between 16 and 24, 4 is common. I can divide 16 by 4, get 4 here, and 24 divided by 4 gives me 6, correct? Now, 15 and 20 have common factors of 5. So we could divide both by 5. 5 times 3 is 15, 5 times 4 is 20. Still, 6 and 4 could be reduced. We can divide 6 and 4 both by 2. So we get 3 here and 2 there. Now we can multiply the numerators, which is 3 times 3, 9, and 4 times 2 as 8. So 9 over 8 becomes a fraction in the simplified form. You get an idea, right? So that is how you could do it. Let me take one more example. Instead of multiplication, if we are division, then what should we do? For example, we have 12 over 15 divided by, let us say 20 over 30. Okay, how do we do this one? Well, multiplication and division are reciprocals, so I could write this as equal to 12 over 15 times 30 over 20. So first write it as product multiplication, right? and then we'll simplify. 30 and 20 both could be divided by 10, so we get 3 over 2, correct? 15 can be divided by 3, so 5, and 3 times 1. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 6 is 12. What do we get? 6 times 1, let me write here now. 6 times 1 is 6, and 5 times 1 is 5. We get 6 over 5 as our result, correct? So that is how we could actually divide and then simplify also, correct? So that is how you should be doing it. Now let me take a few more examples, and this time I'll take mixed numbers. For example, if I have a number 1, 2 over 3, let's say times 2, let's say 3 over 4. How to simplify this? Convert them to improper fraction. 1 times 3 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, so get 5 over 3 times 2 times 4 is 8, 8 and 3 is 11, so get 11 over 4. Now in this particular case, it cannot be further simplified. As you can see, most of them are prime numbers, and this is even, none of them is even. So you could write this as multiply the numerators 55 and the denominators 12. You may convert it back to this kind of a mixed number. So we'll do, let me do it on the side. So we have 55 is to be divided by 12, right? So it goes 4 times, right? 4 times is 48, and that gives you 15, take away 8 is 7, is the remainder. So we could also write this as 4 wholes, 7 over 12, right? 7 over 12, you could do that. So anyway, the idea here is that you could write these numbers with improper numbers and then try to simplify, correct? So that's the whole idea. So we can try a few more. Let us say if we have improper fraction like 28 over, let us say we have this as 26, and we have 13 over, let's say 21. How do you simplify this? This could be your practice question. You can pause the video, answer the question, and then look into my suggestions, right? So here, as you know, 26 and 13. 13 goes 2 times. 28 and 21 could be divided by 7. 7 times 4 is 28. 7 times 3 is 21. That gives you 4 in the numerator. 2 times 3 is 6 in the denominator. If you have not simplified, you'll get something like this. It could be simplified at this stage also, right? So we could divide both by 2 and write this as 2 over 3, correct? Simplify after multiplication sometimes if you miss, right? Otherwise, you should have done at this stage. Anyway, it gives you 2 over 3 as your answer. I hope this variety helps you to understand how to simplify fractions. I'm Anil Kumar. You can always share and subscribe my videos. Thank you and all the best.